Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract, Dubai Madness, set in Dubai and supplied to us today by GTA Girl 478. So with no briefing, we'll go straight on to our targets, and we have 5 of them today, along with one objective. So for today's challenge, we'll start at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us 2 breaching charges, and the ICA exploding phone will be stored up in the atrium toilets. So right from the start and off the bat, this has been a very problematic contract for me, and we will not be silent assassinating this. So we're just going to head straight up the stairs to our right, past our first target, take out the camera, grab the propane cylinder, and return to our first target, who is an explosive elimination. So we're just going to launch that at her head, put 2 bullets into it very quickly, and then we're going to run off to the atrium toilets and retrieve our phone. And we now need to also change into a staff member's outfit, so we're going to go into the cubicle next door, let the panic calm down. There we go. So we're just going to tamper with the toilet here, and that will attract the attention of the staff member just outside, and when they come in to investigate, we can then render them unconscious, and we can take their outfit. They also drop a key card, which will come in handy, quite possibly, although we've already come through the locked door from the other side, so we may not need it, but it's useful to have anyway. So we're now going to return to the staff only areas, and we're going to head off now to the other side of the map. And this is where some of the problems will start. So we've got to run from one side of the map to the other, take out one target, and then come all the way back for another target before going all the way back again for another target. It's very haphazard, shall we say. So once we're into the staff only areas again, we're going to activate the hoover there, or the vacuum cleaner, and grab the hammer. That will get the attention of the young tech lady here, who we will render unconscious with said hammer. We're going to retrieve that as well, plant the young lady in the closet provided, and then we're going to move on to the kitchens, and in here we will locate our next target, who is also an explosion accident elimination, and it just so happens to be a propane cylinder right here, and we're just going to place that somewhere on the floor about there, and then use the crates and that here for cover, and then we're just going to quickly put 2 bullets into the propane cylinder, thus eliminating our next target. And then we can return all the way back over to the penthouse area, where hopefully the panic has now calmed down and body cleanup is underway. And our next target, unfortunately, is on the body cleanup. So we will be waiting around for them, but while they're away, we can get rid of their colleague, who up there at the top of the stairs is the problematic reason for this contract. So while he is coming down to investigate, we're just going to grab that janitor's key there from our first target, and when the guard comes down to collect our pistol, we are going to get rid of him. So once he's in position, we can pounce on him, render him unconscious. We now have the keys to the maintenance room. I'll have my gun back, thank you very much. And we can deposit this gentleman in the closet in here. And hopefully our next target, who is currently removing our first target should now be on his way back, if not already back here. So once again, outfit changed to the security guard. We're going to place our exploding phone on the floor over here, and this is where things will really start to go wrong, because this gentleman will be blown away. He's not back yet, he is on his way. I can see him on the mini-map. So what we want to do is, essentially, we're trying to, when the explosive goes off, we want him to head towards the maintenance room so that we can get him in there nice and quickly, as this place will be swarming with people right afterwards. So we've managed to get our target's attention, and this is where things will go horribly wrong, because rather than blow the gentleman along the corridor, it sends him all the way back up the stairs. So we're just going to trigger the phone here, and when he comes down to collect it and answer it, he will instantly regret that. There he goes. Go and answer that. It's ringing. It's annoying, so answer it. Thank you very much. There we go. So the idea is that he should be next to the maintenance room, but he's ended up here, which doesn't give us enough time to get into the room without the body being spotted. This will happen every single time. It doesn't matter if it's the young lady from the bathroom or a guard from upstairs, you will get spotted if you take more than 3 or 4 seconds to get into this room. So, Silent Assassin very much lost, so we are going to now embrace the John Wick method, and as it was you that alerted everyone, you can go as well. And once again, we now have to travel all the way back across the map to our remaining 2 targets. Now I have actually recreated this contract myself with 2 minor changes, which makes it much more consistent, and we will see that after this particular run. So once we're back in the staff only area, once again we're going to use the vacuum cleaner to lure in our target. We're going to render him unconscious with a breaching charge or a hammer or whatever you have to hand. We're then going to place said breaching charge under our target's head and then detonate it once we're safely away. And then from there we're going to make our way up to the art installation backstage area and our final target. Now again, due to absolute randomness, when we get up here and get to our final target, Mr. Stuyvesant and his bodyguard are here. Now in over 20 run-throughs of this, I have never once laid eyes on Mr. Stuyvesant, but for some reason in this particular run, even though we've already lost our Silent Assassin rating, he will show up at the most inconvenient moment. So we're just going to throw a melee item of any sort over into the corner there. That will get our target's attention, and we can then render him unconscious, place the breaching charge just by his head as we are spotted. We're going to get rid of him quickly, select our silenced pistol, take out the guard because we're a bad shot, 4 bullets, and then take out Stuyvesant for being a nosy bugger, and then head for the exit, which is the backstage area balcony. So that is how it should play out, how it will play out, should I say, in almost every circumstance. Now I have Silent Assassin this once out of more than 20 runs, and every single time it went wrong, it was due to a bug, glitch, or something like that. Once or twice was my own fault, forgetting to change outfit. So this is my Redux version. Now we've made only a few changes. In fact, we've made 2 changes. to Mr. Saar. So instead of eliminating him with an explosive, we are going to use a screwdriver instead. So we don't need our exploding phone for this one, and pretty much from here everything will play out almost exactly the same. So just like before, we're going to head off straight to our right, up into the stairwell, past our target, take out the camera. There we go. We're going to use the propane cylinder on our target, but this time we're not actually going to detonate it immediately. So knock out the young lady. We're going to go and get the screwdriver that she drops and the key, and we'll leave her there for the moment. We're then going to place our gun on the floor over by the wall here, take the fire axe from the wall, and we're going to lure down our target's collie, who is quite problematic. Now, according to GTA Girl, every time she has done this, the target comes down to investigate. Yet every time I have done it, the target sends somebody else, which is partly why we have so many problems here. So, as you can see, we managed to lure the wrong person, so we're just going to let them lose interest and go back, and then reset. So we want our non-target friend here to spot the gun, and he didn't even stop, he just walked straight up to it. So I'm assuming he saw it the last time and couldn't be bothered to pick it up. So we're going to render him unconscious. We're going to put his body in the closet in the maintenance room, just like we did before. There we go. And we can then eliminate our first two targets. So first things first, we're going to take out the guard on the upper level. So firstly, I'm going to take my gun back, thank you very much. And we're going to lure our next target down the stairs. We have to be a bit careful here because we're in the wrong outfit. So he will come down, he will spot the gun, and when he goes in to collect it, we will just inject our screwdriver into his shoulder. So he's going to take his time coming down because he's going to radio it in before he moves, stop and exclaim in surprise that there's a gun on the floor, unlike his colleague who just walked straight up to it. We're going to stab our colleague, our target here, and deposit him in the closet. And then from here we can then take out the young janitor lady at the bottom of the stairs. So just out of the room, select our silenced pistol, take out the young lady with the propane cylinder. We're going to head back into the maintenance room and put on a guard's outfit, and then we're going to head over to the other side of the map. We won't have to come back this way again, and we can then move on with our remaining 3 targets. Now, as I said, everything else from this point plays out exactly the same as GTA Girl's contract. So the only changes were right there at the start to deal with the problematic NPC, of which there are an increasing number. Every time IO updates the game, they break something, and it's usually quite bad. I've had numerous glitches and bugs over the last couple of weeks, to the point where I really don't want to play this game anymore. It's just getting too frustrating. But either way, we will persevere, and we have now got rid of this young lady, and we're going to turn on the Hoover once again to ensnare our target, and we will, as I mentioned, just from this point onwards, everything else plays out exactly the same as it did with GTA Girl's original contract. So we're just going to render him unconscious with our hammer. We're going to place our breaching charge under his head and detonate it. We can leave him there, we don't need to worry about that, but we will put him away anyway, because we are going to set off some panic. Usually no one will make it down this way, but I have lost all faith in the game behaving as it should, so we need to be extra cautious. I have left him there multiple times in the past with no repercussions. So just like we did before, we're going to go into the kitchen, press the propane cylinder into position and detonate it before making our way up to the art installation backstage area and our final target. And just like with all of the other runs, although we are slightly ahead of schedule from the other run, there is no Marcus Stuyvesant around to get in our way. There is a patrolling guard, and we are going to have to wait for him to remove himself back to the far end of the corridor, and when he does, we can then use a melee weapon of your choice to lure our final target around the corner here. And when he comes to investigate, he is now looking none the wiser. We can render him unconscious just like we did before, place our breaching charge under his head and detonate it. Now this was a very heart-stopping moment, because as I grab the body, as you can see, somebody else is moving a body into this location. Luckily enough, he didn't seem to notice us. So with all of our targets now dealt with once again, we are going to make our way to the available exit. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, with a little redux from myself, just because I was having so much trouble with it. It can be silent assassin, the original contract, but like I said, with more than 20 attempts, I only managed it once, and I wasn't recording at the time. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.